Dreamers, Tesla just had their earnings report and the price had plummeted, but I'm still making around $1,000 every single month from selling cash secure puts on Tesla, or the leverage of Tesla, which is TSLL, which is the stock I'm going to show you guys in this video because it's a little cheaper. So yes, I'm showing you guys how I'm actually making money while the stock is falling, and I could get paid to get Tesla at a cheaper price. So in this video, I'm going to show you guys how to sell cash secure puts in the 3 data points that I look at using the app Moomoo, today's sponsor of this video. This video is brought to you and sponsored by Moomoo, the powerful brokerage app designed to take your trading experience to the next level. Whether if you're just starting out or an experienced investor, Moomoo offers advanced yet easy to use tools. And right now, they're offering up to $1,000 in NVIDIA after making your first qualified deposit. That's right, $1,000 in NVIDIA just from signing up and making your very first deposit. Also, you'll earn 8.1% APY for your first 3 months cash sweep interest on your uninvested cash that's just sitting inside of your portfolio. And you'll also have access to many of their other tools like the Moomoo AI, built on real-time brokerage data that fully integrates with Moomoo tools built and trained specifically for trading. Or their other tools for insider trades with transparent access to insiders' holdings in trades, sees who's buying or selling, their position, and even the trade details like transaction price. So join millions of investors who trust Moomoo to build their wealth. Once again, click the link down in the description and start investing smarter today. All right, that's enough talking. Let's go ahead and dive back into this video. All right, Dreamers, we're back. First, let me explain what selling cash secure puts is. So selling cash secure puts is basically saying I want to purchase 100 shares of this company at this price. And you're going to give me money to say, I want to purchase this at this price. If the price of the company do not pull back to the price that you want to purchase this at, then you get to keep the money that they gave you and then do it again the following week or do it again the following month. But if the price do pull back, let's say, hey, I want to purchase stock Z at $10. Right now it's at $11. If it goes up to $11.50, I don't have to purchase those shares and I still get paid to do that. But if it pulls back to the $10 that I agreed to purchase this at, then I still get to keep the money that you gave me and I get to finally purchase those 100 shares at the price that I agreed upon. That is called collecting premium, and that is the very first step of the wheel strategy. I'm gonna have a video come out soon over the whole wheel strategy, explaining how I make passive income every single month. So if you guys want to see that, make sure you hit that thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button. So yeah, the only bad thing about selling cash you can put or running the wheel strategy is that it do take a lot of money and a lot of capital. That's why I'm going to show you guys right now on TSLL. If you want to sell cash you can puts on Tesla, it will cost you around $30,000 just for one option contract. If you want to sell cash secure puts on TSLL, which is a triple leverage of Tesla, so it's a little bit more risky, but it will only cost you around $950 to $1,000. I'm going to show you guys exactly how I generate around $500 every 2 weeks or $1,000 a month. Now TSLL is at $11.27 right now at the recording of this video. It might be a little different by the time this video comes out, but the first thing I look at is the Bollinger Band. So I'm going to click on the Bollinger Bands to highlight it on Moomoo right here. It got the top band, the bottom band, which is blue, and then the medium band, which is pink. And we're going to look at the 1 hour chart right quick. So just looking at the 1 hour chart, if you're doing weeklies, if you want to do monthlies, you look at the 4 hour charts. That's the first step, is that you're looking at the Bollinger Bands. So if we're looking at the Bollinger Bands, usually it takes the last 30 bars. It makes an average of it, which is the pink line. And then the orange line and the blue line is +2 and -2 standard deviation of the average of the pink line. So if we're looking right here, usually when it comes to the bottom of the Bollinger Band, it bounces off the Bollinger Band. That means it's undervalued, and then it trends back up towards the pink line. When it goes up to the top of the Bollinger Band, which is the orange, then it finally pulls back to the pink line. So whenever it's at the top, it pulls back to the pink. Whenever it's at the bottom, like right here, boom, it's at the bottom of the blue, it pulls back to the pink. Bottom of the blue, pulls back to the pink. So I sent out this alert to my community right here when it fell all the way down to the bottom of the Bollinger Band on the blue, and then it pulled back to the pink. And we've been able to generate around $1,000 every single month from just selling cash secure puts. Let me show you guys right quick. So just in this year alone, we're up $23,928, and July is not even over yet. We went kind of hard in January. I was selling 0.3 deltas. I'm gonna explain that in this video. And then the first 2 months I was selling 0.3 deltas. I was like, that's a little bit too risky, but we was making a lot of money. And then I dropped it to 0.2 deltas on certain stocks that I didn't care about, and I kept it around 0.3 stocks that I did actually want to own. So the first month was 6,000, and then it dropped down to 2,000, 2,200, 2,800, 2,900, and then finally in July we're back up to the 3,900, and July is not even over yet. So if you guys do want to learn the wheel strategy, consider joining the Dream Team. I hold Zoom calls every single Sunday inside of the Dream Team, focusing on the wheel strategy, how to sell cash secure puts, put credit spreads, call credit spreads, the second step of the wheel strategy, which is covered calls, how to roll your options down and out. If you don't know what any of that means and you want to create a little extra income, consider joining the Dream Team. I got video tutorials in there. You have direct access to me, and then we have our Zoom calls every single Sunday. If you guys do want to join the Dream Team, that link is going to be down in the pinned comment section and also inside of the description. So here we are back on the Bollinger Band. Is the first point that I look at. So whenever it's at the bottom of the Bollinger Band, I sent this alert out to my Patreon members. So after you do that, if it's at the bottom of the Bollinger Band, we'll hit options, and then we'll go to the chain and hit puts, right? So let's go out 2 weeks to August 8th, 13 days out, and then click on that. As you guys can see at the top right, it's going to show you the IV. That is the implied volatility. That is at 98.24%. You want to run a real strategy on stocks that have a high IV. Anything over 50 is pretty good for me. That means you get good premiums. That is what we're going to get paid, is premiums. If it's over 50%, we should make a decent amount. If it's all the way up to 98%, that is really, really good, and we should get a lot of premium from TSLL. So this is us saying that we are agreeing to purchase TSLL at a certain price. So let's click on the $10 strike right here. Right now, TSL is at $11.27. And right there on the bid, it's saying that it's going to give us $25 just to put in this contract. So if we put in one contract, remember, you want to multiply 10 by 100 shares. So that's going to cost us $1,000. So it's going to cost us $1,000 to get one contract, and then they're going to give us $25 in premium. As soon as we hit enter, $25 will hit our account. But what is the third and last metric that I use? That is going to be the delta, what I spoke about earlier in this video. So we're going to scroll over, and then we're going to look at the delta. At a 0.217 delta right here on this little chart, it says at a negative 0.21 delta. Now a 0.3 delta was a super aggressive. Like I told you guys, you're going to make a lot of money in premium, but it's more aggressive and you're more likely to get assigned those 100 shares. So I'm looking at around a 0.2 delta on TSLL, which is a $10 strike, which will give us $25. So if I click on this and I want to hit trade and then enter, let's say it said 25, we'll enter 10 of these contracts, which will cost us $10,000, and then we'll get $250 immediately inside of our account. And if we do this every 2 weeks in a month, we should make around $500 every month inside of our portfolio just from running the wheel strategy on TSLL. And we've been doing this inside of our portfolio. If we come back over here, let's look at the chart. This is TSLL. In fact, it's not going to show $500 a month in TSLL because it's a leverage. I've actually been doing it on Tesla, the actual stock, because I have the capital, but other members in our group has been doing it on the triple leverage of Tesla. I've just been doing it on Tesla itself, TSLA. And right now, just from selling cash secure puts on Tesla, running the wheel strategy, the full wheel strategy on Tesla, I'm up $8,752 this year in premium alone just from Tesla. So if I continue to do this outright, if I continue to grow my account and I'm making $25 for every $1,000 per contract that I put in, that's going to be, we multiply that by 100, that is 2.5% every 2 weeks. If you multiply that out, that is 5% every single month. 5% every single month, growing your account just from running the cash secure put side on Tesla. And you'll make even more if you get assigned and start to sell covered calls. Let me show you guys right quick. So let's just say, for example, let's switch it. Let's cancel that. Let's switch it over to the call side. Let's just say 2 weeks ago, I said I would buy Tesla at $11. It pulled back to $11. And now I got 100 shares of Tesla at $11. So I'm going to go out 2 weeks and say, hey, now I want to sell those shares, those 10 shares of TSLL at any strike price above of what I bought it at. So I will go to the 1150 right here and say, hey, now I want to sell my 100 shares of TSLL at $11.50. We'll hit trade right there. We'll enter 10 of those. So just like that, other than making $250 every 2 weeks, now we're making $710 every 2 weeks if we get assigned those shares. And that's where we make the real money, because now we're getting a profit from it, us buying it at $11 and it going to $11.50, and we get the $710 in premium. So that's where we make the most money from running the wheel strategy, and that's what I've been doing on Tesla itself. So let's just say you got a whole year without getting assigned. If you're doing a 0.2 delta, then you have like an 80% chance that you're going to profit. If you're doing a 0.3 delta, then you have like a 70% chance that you're going to profit. So it's mathematically calculated in. That's why I love running the wheel strategy. So let's just say we're starting off with $10,000 so that we can sell those 10 shares, and we're making 5% every single month. And we're going to do this for the next 5 years. We're going to do this for the next 5 years, right? And then go ahead and hit calculate now. So you will, oh my goodness, you will turn your $10,000 into multiple six figures. You will have $186,000 in just 5 years of running this strategy. So let's make this a little bigger. That means by month one, of course, month one, you'll be bringing in $500 in premium, which is amazing. Month two, you've been bringing in $525 in premium. Let's continue to scroll down. By the end of year one, you'll be bringing in $855 every single month in premiums just from selling cash secure puts on TSLL. Let's make this a little bigger. Let's scroll down to the end. Let's see. It'll take you a little less than a year and a half to finally hit your $1,000 month. Now you're making $12,000 in a year. You gave yourself a raise just from starting off and selling cash secure puts, agreeing that you want to buy some shares of a company that you already want to own. And then at the end of year two, you'll be bringing in $1,500 a month. And then by the end of year three, $2,700 a month. And then if we scroll all the way down to the end of, well, really right here, 44 months, $4,000 is really all you need to quit your job. If you're making $4,000 a month, you should be straight. But at the end of year five, you'll be bringing in $8,894 every single month. So if you want to run the numbers on that, 894 times 12, you'll be bringing in $100,000. You gave yourself $100,000 salary in just 5 years from selling cash secure puts on TSLL. And if you do get assigned those shares, you can make even more if you start to sell covered calls versus the shares that you got. That's completing the wheel strategy, rinse and repeat and start again. So if you guys do want to learn the wheel strategy, make sure that you join the Patreon. That link is going to be down in the description. I got video courses in there, Zoom calls every single Sunday. We'll walk you guys through everything. If you got the capital to do blue chip stocks, if not, then you could have the capital to do leverage stocks, which is cheaper. TSLL is not the only one that we do it on. We're doing on the leverage of Nvidia, make a little extra money that way. So if you guys do want to check that out and also be a part of a community where I have 7 pro day traders in there, make sure that you guys check out the Patreon, join the Discord. You'll get access to all of that information immediately. So guys, once again, I would like to thank today's sponsor of this video, Moomoo. Awesome platform, great intel on there, helps me become a better trader. So if you guys do want to check that out, the link to Moomoo is going to be down in the pinned comment section and down in the description. But yeah, guys, let me know down in the comment section, have you heard of the wheel strategy before? Have you ever used it? Have you ever sold cash secure puts? Or is it just cost too much for you guys to enter? If it costs too much, there's other stocks that we'll talk about inside the Discord that's a little cheaper to help you get started. So once you get some capital, you will have been selling, you will have been doing the wheel strategy long enough. So once you enter it, you're not confused about anything. It is kind of tricky to get started off, but once you guys get the hang of it, do it for a couple months, I promise you it's going to get easier and easier the longer you do it. But other than that, guys, thank you for making it to the end of this video. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button. It really helps out this channel more than you guys can possibly even imagine. But other than that, guys, I'm Zeke, bringing you the Dream Green Show, and I'm out. Peace.